Again, this is Vic Autry with iPersonalize, and we're having a Facebook for Business agenda with Cindy Baccus today. And this is part 2 of Cindy's presentation. Previously we did one, about 3 weeks ago, Cindy? That
yes.
Was more of a basic introductory into Facebook and really how you get there and how you put your Facebook fan page up and how you do some very basic things. And I've worked with Facebook for quite a while. I thought I knew most of it, but I will say that I learned a lot last time, Cindy. So I'm sure you're going to share with us some more of your magic and your tricks. And so that being said, I'm going to turn that over to you. Cindy, if you want me to go to a different screen so I can show different things, just kind of tell me where you want to go, and I'll bring it up on the screen. So,
great.
Cindy Baccus.
All right. I hope everybody is ready. If you have not watched the first video, I would encourage you to go back and watch it and then come back to this video and maybe watch it again, because we do put the recording of it up on YouTube. The reason for that is that we will be talking about a few things that we talked about last time, but I will not go into deeper detail like I did in the first video. So if there's something here that we touch on that you might think, ooh, I don't know that, I missed out on it, you might have, but it is available on that other video, okay? Today we're going to talk a little bit more about the Facebook business page, really kind of diving deeper into what a Facebook business page is, how you can actually communicate within Facebook, how to utilize your store with ads and posts, how to grow a great raving fan base, how to create engaging content. We're going to touch a little bit about what you should be using social media for the future. And that's one of the things many people don't actually touch on. We're also going to do the very final piece. We're going to talk about how to automate your social media so that if you want to go on vacation, you can. You don't have to spend 8 hours a day managing your campaign. You could take a little bit of a break here and there, let things run on its own when you have other things to do like family and life, as we all do. So today our agenda is called Facebook 10. There's 10 things specifically that if you are really trying to practice using Facebook properly so that you can build your e-store and build your sales, these are the 10 things that we should go over and you should use and check them off as you go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the timeline versus the news feed. So let's ask Vic if he would actually go over to Facebook and pull up his timeline for iPersonalize. And as Vic does that, there he comes. Ta-da! Now, when you sign into Facebook, you usually sign into your news feed, and this is what it looks like. You have your personal hat on. As you can see in the top blue navigation bar that's really dark, you can see Vic's name and his profile image. That means Vic has his personal hat on. Whatever he does outside in Facebook world is going to have his name and his profile image attached to it, okay? What we're now going to do is go to a Facebook timeline, which is for the business page, and we're going to go to the iPersonalize timeline. So once you click on the left-hand side of your news feed, you can now see that Facebook has updated their business pages. We are actually going to be putting together an updated version of some of the changes that are there. They have changed the whole admin panel. You don't see that anymore. It's mostly just tabs and buttons. So keep your eyes out for that kind of update that we'll be sending out. It won't be a separate video that we'll ask you to attend, but it will be some good information you might want to read. But when you pull up your timeline, as you can see, you have your cover image. When you set up your Facebook business page, always remember that your timeline is usually going to be seen by newbies, people that have not opted in, they haven't liked your fan page, they're kind of trying to figure out.
Cindy, that sounds like you were having that ring in the background. Would you be doing that too?
I'm not.
Shame on you. So everyone else is off the hook. That was Cindy. Okay, you're Cindy. Okay.
I was like, wow, it's time.
All right.
Well, we'll go back to the timeline. Your timeline is actually set up for newbies, somebody that has not actually figured out who you are. They're trying to decide whether they, maybe buy a product from you. It's somebody you haven't encountered. They're trying to decide whether you're sharing information they want to receive and share. Okay. So once somebody likes your page, they have now opted in for your information. Okay. If you've ever heard that term, opted in, that means they've raised their hand and said, yes, I want to receive your posts. I want to receive your sales promotions. I want to receive your information. Until I opt out, I have raised my hand to say yes. So once they do that, more than likely, they're not going to come back to your page. So everything that you do on your timeline should be set up for newbies. Your cover image should have some kind of call to action. You could encourage and ask them to become a fan. You could encourage them to sign up to be added to your newsletter. And there's a variety of things that you can actually do there. But make sure that you prepare it knowing full well that they will see it for the first time. They will usually like it and then move on to receive your post. Yay! See where his cursor is revolving around the change cover button? That's where you can actually upload your images. You can change them out on a regular basis. There is a certain size that they recommend. Okay, if you upload just a regular photo, they will ask you to drag it to reposition. But if you want to make a image specifically for that spot, it needs to be 861 pixels by 315 pixels. Okay?
Cindy, let me make a note.
I'll say that again. I'm going to say that again.
Yeah.
It's going to be 861 pixels by 315 pixels. Okay, that's the exact size that will go into that spot. As you'll notice now, there are some words and buttons that overlay the bottom portion, so you have to be really careful about putting in your images when you design them. Okay? All right. So knowing that your timeline is set up for newbies, let's talk about content. Let's scroll down a little bit. Ta-da! As Vic moves down the timeline. As you can see, the right-hand side is now the timeline. It's not going to be jumping back and forth as it used to. The right-hand side is going to be your business timeline, and the left-hand side is all of the stuff that goes with it. And we'll talk about a little bit of that later. Right now, we want to look at the timeline and look at the different posts. Okay? When you're creating engaging content, you have to keep in mind who your fans are. With iPersonalize, of course, a lot of the fans are you. You're there to kind of find out what's going on, what updates are there, what videos are coming out, webinars, new tips, just a variety of things. So knowing that, Vic has provided posts that are going to help you. They're going to allow you into the information that's happening, the updates. He's giving you links. This last post that you see is where Vic has actually changed the cover photo. So anytime you change your cover photo, a post will go out to your fans to let them know, hey, we changed it. So if you want to change it on a regular basis, you can send one out specifically for wedding season. You can set one up specifically for an event that might be happening in your community. Like we have a Plano Balloon Festival in our town, which is big. Happens in September every year. And usually a whole month prior to the event, social media is just flooded with balloon images and the vendors that are going to be there, the activities that the kids can be a part of, parking information, just everything from the morning blow up where they light up all the balloons to, well, if the wind is too bad, we won't be moving. So knowing that, you can actually change your cover image so that it has some kind of special that you might be running for an event. It might be a specific product that you want to show. It could just be a general image that you've put together to kind of promote your e-store. So you kind of have some flexibility there. So when you're creating your engaging content, okay, Vic, will you go ahead and click on what have you been up to? Watch his cursor. It goes over to the very center.
Hold on, Cindy. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking here. So what have you been up to?
Yes.
Right there. Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. So when you click on this particular box, this is where you can create your post within Facebook. Okay. Facebook does give you an opportunity to put in images. You can upload a video. You can add an offer. You can add an event or a milestone. Okay, those are the things that you can actually put in this location. Now, one of the things that Facebook has added that will benefit you because you are trying to manage this as a business is you now have the capability of scheduling your posts within Facebook. Okay? So if you notice, his little cursor is set up on what have you been up to. What you first want to do is type in your post or add your photo and video. So let's have Vic type in the video has started. We're so excited. This will be our text post. As you're typing it in, you kind of want to check your words, make sure you've got your pronunciation. And then Vic might say, hey, I want to add an image because an image, people like, we're very visual this day and age. So he can go up to either the photo video tab or the little photo at the little camera at the bottom and click on it. What will happen is a box will open up. You can choose to upload a photo or video from your own file on your computer. Okay, this isn't something you can grab off your phone unless you've actually downloaded it either on your computer or put into an iCloud format. Okay, so when he clicks on Upload Photos, what will happen is your Documents folder will open up on your computer. Okay, and then you can just choose the image that you created for this or the video that you have prepared. Okay, once you choose that, look at all those images. Okay, you notice there now it has an image popped up. Okay, we have our text, we have our image, but we don't want to send it out today because you're going to go on vacation tomorrow. So where the clock is on the bottom left-hand corner is when you click on that clock, you can now schedule your post. Okay, you can schedule it for tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can schedule it at 7 a.m. You can schedule it at 10 p.m. You can schedule it for any day and any time that you prefer. Okay? Ta-da! Once you're ready, you hit the schedule post. Now, you will notice that a box will pop up, and this is telling you that your post has been scheduled. And it says if you want to view it, you can view it in the Activity tab. Okay? What happens is that you now have a page filled with your scheduled posts and things that you have done on a regular basis. Okay, so there it is, a scheduled post. It tells you it's written by Vic in case you have multiple people that are admins on your page. The date that it's going to be scheduled, Thursday the 19th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. It shows you the image. If there was a link, there would be a live link. Now, what if Vic looks at this and says, oh my gosh, I put in the wrong image, or oh my gosh, I forgot to write something. Or right before it sends out, you can actually edit your post. In the top right-hand corner, do you see that little arrow? When you click on that arrow, it gives you the opportunity to either reschedule it, change the time, edit it, or you can say, you know what, I want to publish it now and send it through. Okay? Once you're done editing, you just click Done Editing. Vic is so great at putting in posts.
Except I don't know how to do this part. I need to copy and paste, but I need, let's see, I need to go over here, Cindy, I think, and get one of my apps and put the link. I think trying to show here is that you can get the link if you'll grab it beforehand. You obviously have to do it beforehand and put that in your post.
We're going to talk about the link next. If you wanted to do that, that would be great.
You need to grab the link first, and let's see, back here, I guess.
So go ahead and hit cancel.
I'm just going to try to do it this way, which is the wrong way probably, Cindy, but that's what most of us will do. Copy that, grab that link, okay. Will it take me back like it did, or no? Okay. We'll go back here, then I've got the link. So I'm going to say, check out.
No, wait. You're actually.
Check out our new demo store. And I'm going to put that link right there. And that should work, I think, Cindy.
Yep.
I think that.
Now the image that's in there will be the cover page image. Now that Facebook has kind of updated their business pages, when they come to your e-store page, your cover image is going to be at the top of the page.
Is there a trick to getting that to highlight as a URL here, or is there something else we need to do there, Ms.
No,
Cindy?
when you hit post, it will.
Oh, well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
See? Now it's a live link.
Okay.
So
now people can go right there and just click on it. And so this could be a post that said, hey, look at this product that we did. Show a picture of the product. And so I could have gone back in here and edited it and put a picture of a product in there too. Could I not have?
Yes.
I was smart enough. Done editing. Well, okay. That's the point, though, is that you can change it any way you want and put in photos and so forth. Okay, go ahead.
What's nice is that having that live link to your e-store, you can actually share that e-link or that URL with a newsletter subscribers. If you send out newsletters, you can send it to people in an email. You can actually send it to past clients or potential clients, people that you might have met at an event that you have their email addresses. You can actually create a post and do advertising, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Okay? All right, so when you're creating posts on your Facebook page, it's really, really, really important that you don't spend 100% of your time promoting your e-store. Okay? The reason for that is that people will, if they're not engaging with those posts, your post will disappear off of their newsfeed. So it's very, very important that you also send out posts that are fun, that are engaging. There's a great TGIF photo that I created with this cute little dog. He's got these sunglasses on, and it says TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. And I send that out on a Friday. I get 45 likes. And I get 25 shares. Well, what happens with the share is that now more people can see your Facebook page. They're going to engage with it, and now it's kind of growing your fan base. So sending out some cute things that are fun. It could be a quote. You could send out quotes from Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, John Maxwell. You can find those all over. And create images with them and send them out on your Facebook page. Videos, there's actually a fabulous video for Dad's Day called Dad Life. I think now there's over 6,000 views of the video. It's a cute video that has a high school student who created this video. There's 4 dads in it. It's very family friendly. It's funny about what we love about our dads and what they do for us. Sharing some of those fun things on there is really nice because 20% of your time should be advertising. 80% of the time should be just sending out some fun posts and information too. If you're targeting the people in your area, you should also send out information about community events. If there is a eco-friendly event, like we have a Live Green in Plano event. We have, of course, the Plano Balloon Festival I talked about earlier. We've got a bridal show that comes out. We have family events, back to school that occur, anything that's time sensitive in your community. We have Tax-Free Day here in Texas. That is really big for back to school shopping. But you could even post those things out there because then the people in your community actually see that you're a part of the community. If you're trying to grow your list nationwide, of course, you can put things all over. Now, I do suggest that you do not post political views or opinions, nor do you actually post religious beliefs and information, because if you're trying to target a variety of people, you don't want to upset them unless there is certain religious groups that you are trying to target with your promotion. So, it's just kind of a strategy and things you need to think about and consider. But political, it's not good. People get upset and they don't want to be a part of your opinion, which is okay. It's okay. If you want to do it, that's your choice, but that's my suggestion. Okay, so let's talk about when you're building your potential client, okay? When somebody orders from you on the e-store, you receive their email address, okay? You need to make sure that you're keeping those email addresses so that you can build that list. Let's say tomorrow, the way that social media is communicating changes. Email addresses are going to be there until, of course, they turn them off or deactivate those email addresses. You want to always be asking for email addresses on a regular basis. So if you have a newsletter subscriber like Constant Contact, iContact, MailChimp, there's a whole bunch of a variety of those out there that you can, on a regular basis, ask for people to give you their email list. Now, let's say you have a big email list and you want to add them as fans to your Facebook page so that they are now opt-in subscribers to your information. Okay, at the top of your cover image, you will see the actual Build Audience button. It's now been moved. It's at the top. It has a little arrow. When you click on that, it gives you a couple options. Invite friends, which means you will invite your personal friends on your personal Facebook page. The next one is called Import Contact. So click on Import Contact. When you have your list of email addresses, okay, you can actually upload them here. If you use Constant Contact or MailChimp, Vertical Response, you can actually use your login and password to pull in your list of email addresses without having to download or export them, which is kind of cool. If you don't use one of those, but you have an Excel spreadsheet, you can actually upload a contact list file at the very top. Now you can see Vic is putting in other email service. So if you want to use your email contact list, it could be like I use GoDaddy. I could actually put my information there and pull in all my contacts on GoDaddy. If you use Outlook, now Outlook has bought Hotmail, so they work together. They actually have their own little button. Gmail does not have its own button, so you'd have to use that other email service. But you can actually go in and pull in your information there. Okay, so at the top, let's click on Upload Contact List File, where it says Invite Contact. So it says how to create a file. It says Browse. When you click browse, you will look for the file that you've created on your desktop, on your computer. Okay? If you have them in an Excel spreadsheet, what you need to do is open that Excel spreadsheet, save as, and then look for the opportunity to change
Obviously,
it to
I don't have mine out
.csv.
there. Obviously, I don't have mine out there, but the point is it's an Excel spreadsheet that you can grab
Correct.
and you can upload it. So
and you have to save it as a .csv file. Okay, so let me go through that again. When you have an Excel spreadsheet with your email addresses in there, you'll go up to the top where it says File. You'll open that box, look for Save As. When you click Save As, it's going to open up to name your file. And there should also be a box that you have to scroll through and choose .csv. Okay, that's C as in cat, S as in Sam, V as in Victor, CSV file. Okay, if you ever open this file, it looks like a bunch of gibberish. It's very hard to read, which is fine. Facebook reads it, and that's all that matters. But once you save it, then you'll hit the Browse button. You can find it and upload your contacts. There it is. Okay.
There's actually one right here.
Is it? Okay, so click
yeah,
Browse.
I don't know who all these people are anymore, but
there's your
Excel. Yeah. Let me try to do that. Oh, I burgered that up. So anyway, go ahead, Cindy. I won't interrupt you. Go ahead.
Okay. So if there's questions on this, we can answer them later. Make sure if you have questions or you forgot or maybe stepped away and need those steps, let us know. We can put them on the Facebook page. Okay? So once you've actually collected emails, you want to make sure that you're adding them. And once they become a fan, if you add the same list that you've just added emails to, Facebook knows that. They won't send them an invitation once they're a fan. They're not going to spam them. They can read it. They know that they're there. That's part of the, great stalking that they do on all this online stuff. But anyway.
There it goes. So, we'll see what happens.
Ta-da! It's creating. Reading.
Boom.
There it is. Okay, so there's your list that you're pulling in. Now, up on the left-hand side, see where it says Select All or None? They require you to check that for all, or you can go through and check individuals. It's better just to click all. Click Preview Invitation. Okay, now, you notice at the top, it says Recommended Pages. See that little box? Okay, if they've used that email address in Facebook, they are going to receive this little invitation or recommendation to join that page for 3 days. Okay, you're guaranteed to have it up there for 3 days until they, if they like it, it'll go away, but it will be there for 3 days. If they did not use that email address with Facebook, they will receive this little email to that email address that says, "Hi, check out iPersonalize." You can either view the page and sign in with Facebook under your regular sign-in and then join the page, or they can just delete the page. Okay? So either way, you'll actually get them an invitation, either through Facebook or through their email address, which is nice.
What?
Okay?
Wow, Cindy, that's powerful. Really, I just stumbled across that old file, and it was really a marketing file I had of social media people and so forth, and I think it just got uploaded, and they got sent an invitation because I'm having stuff come through my email system now. So that
Ta-da!
was pretty neat. You're so smart, Cindy. I knew you were.
These are some of the secret things that you can do, and I always suggest, if you're building an email list like that, upload it every 30 days while you're growing your fans on your Facebook page. If once they become a fan, like I said, they won't get spammed. If they haven't joined, they actually get that invitation for 3 days. So it's good that you send it out about once a month. Okay? All right. So let's talk about consistently engaging with your fans. We talked a little bit about that. In order to keep your fans connected to you so that you can send out promotions on a regular basis, you have to make sure that you are consistent with your posts, either daily, a couple times a day. I don't suggest you sending out 5 or 6 at a time. Don't log into Facebook on Monday morning and send out 8 posts because that's the time you have. It's better to schedule them throughout the week so that people are receiving them on a regular basis. And suggesting to them to hit like if you're ready for the weekend to begin, or hit share if you enjoyed your Father's Day as much as we did, or post a picture of your favorite product on our e-store. Having people engage with your posts and encouraging them to do things with your page is important. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of people that just read. They just read. But if they see a post that says hit like, oh, well, maybe I should hit the like button. Or hit share. Oh, maybe I should hit the share button. You're just encouraging them to do things that maybe they have forgotten about. Remember, people are inundated with information every day. So it's important that you kind of poke them and give them a little bit of a push as to what to do. Okay. Now, knowing that you can schedule within Facebook, there is also an automation tool called Hootsuite that I use. I actually put the link on the Facebook for Business agenda so that we could share that with you. If you want to schedule on multiple platforms, so if you're using your e-store as a destination place for all your social networks, and that could be Twitter, it could be Pinterest, it could be Instagram, it could be Google+, it could be Stage 32, it could be LinkedIn. I mean, there are, thousands of social networks out there now. If you're using those to bring them back to your e-store, Hootsuite is a great automation tool that you can use for up to 5 social networks for free. I'm all about free. I love free. And Hootsuite has been a great tool to automate your posts. We will actually be talking about that in the monthly training sessions. But I just wanted to let you know that it's out there, and there is a link. I think it's on number 4. That is a shortened link so you can get to Hootsuite and sign up if you want to use that on your own. The next thing that I put on here is for preparation, making sure that you're prepared. Put together a content calendar when you know you want to talk about something and back it out 5 days. If you know that Father's Day is coming on Sunday and you want to start promoting a certain product or multiple products 2 weeks prior or even months prior, make sure that you're preparing a calendar each year so that a week out from Father's Day doesn't jump up and you go, oh my gosh, I have forgotten about this holiday that's coming up. I didn't schedule my post. I didn't share any items. Making sure that you're putting together an annual calendar that you can look at each year and just keep adding to it so that every year at Father's Day, you start preparing a month in advance. Every year before Thanksgiving, you're preparing a month in advance so that you're not bombarded with too many posts 3 days prior trying to get products sold and get information out there to let people know, remind them that the store is there. Okay? All right. I did say we were going to kind of chat about Facebook advertising. Your Facebook business page, because the e-store is an application, okay, that's what it's called on Facebook, is an application. They have special advertising just for the application itself. We are going to have a separate video just for that, learning how to use that type of advertising. But we're going to talk
Cindy, this is the one of the things that is fairly new, though, that the advertising is specifically for the apps. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Or maybe it's gotten a lot better than it used to be. My understanding is.
That's why it needs its own video.
Okay.
Now, I am going to talk about the boosted posts because this is a great way to get your feet wet in advertising. Okay, if you'll scroll down, let's look at Vic's last post on his Facebook page. There it is. It says, check out our new demo store. Now, do you notice that within just 17 minutes, 12 people have seen that post? Over to the right-hand side, there's a button that says Boost Post. Now, if you wanted to just spend, $5 and boost this post, maybe $10 or $20. If you want to spend a small amount to just get your feet wet in Facebook advertising, and you wanted to actually schedule it to a certain demographic, you can do that. Right in here, you can actually choose your audience, so whether it's being sent just to people who like your page and their friends, so just that immediate network, or you can actually choose it through targeting. Now, my suggestion when you do a boosted post is to always check the box or the button that says people who like your page and their friends. And the reason for that is because somebody will see the post that's being sponsored, and it'll say, Cindy Baccus likes I Personalize, or, Vic and Cindy, who are their friends, like I Personalize. So when somebody's friends like a page, it kind of tells them, I need to take a separate look at this, okay? Now, up at the top, you can see Vic. He's kind of changing it to where it says people you choose through targeting. You can actually change that. Now, let's use the Boston Bruins because I love the Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins, who started the Stanley Cup Finals, they were actually playing against the Canadian team. What you could have done was click people you choose through targeting. Okay, where it says interest, you can go ahead and X out of that exclamation printer and change that to Boston Bruins. See, Boston Celtics pops up, Boston Red Sox, there's Boston Bruins. Okay, because that word popped up, you know that people have that checked as an interest. You could actually have a post that has a really cool Boston Bruins picture on an iPhone cover or on coasters. You could have sent this out as a Father's Day ad or boosted a post that was a Father's Day ad for those people who like the Boston Bruins. I would have bought that for my husband because he loves the Boston Bruins. And having something out there, you can actually upload your own favorite player. We've gone to the Bruins games. I've taken photos of the players. I could upload them and get a personalized gift for my husband. Okay? So this is a way that you could actually target your posts based on either interest or people that like your page. If you want to be very targeted and specific about your ads, you can change the interest. Okay, Dallas Cowboys. They say they're the nation's football team or national football team. You could change it to just about anything. You can see down below the New Jersey Devils, Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Rangers. There's a variety of things that are popping up. Okay, if you don't want to do it sports-oriented at all, you can put in parenting, if their interests are parenting or kids. Grandparents' Day, there's things you can put in for Grandparents' Day. The ideas are just endless. My mind could give you a million different ideas. But one of the things you do want to make sure in the location, you notice how it says countries. You could even change that to state and specifically send it to a state or a city. If you only want to send it to Dallas or only Boston or only LA, you can even get as small of an area as a city and send out your post. Ta-da! Okay, now you notice, scroll down to the bottom. As Vic has been changing some of these things, you notice down here at the bottom it says maximum budget and then estimated people reach. Okay, putting in all those specific details, this number is going to change based on your budget. Okay, a maximum budget of $5 means I only want to spend $5. That's it. When it reaches $5, I'm done. Whether it's a day, 2 days, 3 days, I only want to spend $5. If you want to change that, you can change that. The estimated reach will change. It will increase, of course, with a little bit more money, but it just depends on your budget and how you want to,
Cindy,
how much you want to
can I
spend.
ask you? Can I ask you?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question, dear?
Sure.
So the reach, that means, and I think we went through this recently, and the question came back to me a couple times. What does that mean? And I think what it means is when you say reach, it means that it is actually your post is the top post that people are seeing. In other words, we would call that an impression in the promotional world or the advertising world. They're going to actually see that post at the very top when they come in. Is that correct?
That's correct. Because when you do a boosted post, this post is guaranteed to be at the top of that news feed. So when somebody opens their news feed, whether it's on their iPad, their iPhone, their smartphone, Android, within a desktop, laptop, when they open that news feed, it's going to be within the top 5 posts that they see. Okay, it's all based on the bid process, but it was guaranteed to be at the top, and that reach means Facebook is looking at the specifics you're asking, so interest, age, gender, location. They're saying based on the budget you want to spend and who you want to target, this is the estimated reach that you can get. Now, I do have to say that they do underestimate because most of the time, and I would say 99.9% of the time, anytime I've boosted a post, I've gotten more than what they've estimated. Okay, so don't underestimate, but they're really underestimating to make sure that they're giving you the best bang for the buck. And your reach can also grow when somebody shares it. So if you have friends and family that actually receive any of your posts and promotions, ask them, please, hey, will you just share my post? Because now you get a longer run for your promotion. More people are going to see it because it's going to be guaranteed to be at the top of those news feeds until you spend your money. Once your money's out, you don't spend any more. Now, you can change that budget to be spent per day. You can say, I want to spend $5 per day, and I want it to end on this date. Or I want it to be continuous. I want it to run forever. I want to spend money all the time. Facebook will charge you, based on how often you use it. And in the beginning, when I was doing Facebook ads, they charged me right away. As soon as I spent the money, they charged my credit card. If I had it on a daily budget, they would charge it every day. They would not charge it Saturday, Sunday, then they would charge the weekend on Monday. Then once I started spending so much, they will increase it. Now, once I get to $250, then they charge my card. So I can spend. Once I get to $250, they charge my card. So,
hey, Cindy.
You kind of have to watch that. Yes.
I have a question here. So I've chosen City, which is my town. Now, if I want to target people that have an interest in Carroll High School, okay. If I just that didn't come up.
Well, because you're still in location, you got to go down to interest on that one.
Oh, duh. Okay. That's why we ask. That's why we ask these questions, isn't it? Okay, so I'll go down to interest. All right, gotcha.
Yep, South Lake should be in the cities, and then the Carrollton High School should be at the bottom.
Okay.
Yep.
There it is.
Yay!
Oh, well. Yeah, that's in there. Carroll High School. There's several of them, aren't there? Okay, that answers the question for me how to do that because I.
Yep.
All right, that's interesting. All right.
Okay.
Interesting.
So once you're ready to spend your money, then you want to hit boost. And once it boosts, it goes. And you can see how many people it reaches over time on your timeline itself. You can also go in and end it. Okay, let's say you've set it up for 5 days. 3 days through it, you go, oh my gosh, I should have added a different picture. I should have added different text. You can actually go in and end the promotion at any time. Okay.
So I'm going to go in and promote it to dye sublimation printers.
Yeah. What about, now see, they're giving you other options. Thermal printing.
Well, okay, inkjet.
Inkjet printing, solid ink. They're
we
giving you some
we can
more
do them all with our
options.
new technology. We can do everything. So we'll just get them.
Facebook is great. They're going to give you some options, some ideas that's going to help you.
Then hit boost, huh?
Yep. Now, what will happen is that they're going to tell you that your closer can't spend a minute, which is new people. Okay. They're going to give you some suggestions. Thanks for boosting your post. Okay. They're telling you that only spending $5 and having it such a small, tight niche, you may not get a biggest bang for your buck. They're encouraging you to spend a little bit more money to reach more people. They're just trying to help you. What they will do is review your ad. They will look at your ad. There are certain things you have to make sure. Your image, if you have an image, cannot have more than 20% of the image covered in text. Okay? It has to be a picture with a little bit of text on it. So the majority of your promotion needs to be in the subject or the normal text area of your post, not created on the image itself. So please remember that, because Facebook might upload it and go, yeah, it's running, and then they'll send you a note. It was canceled, it was stopped, and this is why. So remember, if you're creating an image, 20% can be covered in text. The other 80% has to be image, all picture, photo, one of the products. That would be great. It can't just be a bunch of words on there. Okay?
So
go ahead and hit OK.
They should put a picture of the photo, and then they should put a link to the store and say something about the product. Click here to go see this product.
Correct.
And that's correct? Okay.
Yep. Okay, so hit OK so you can see the post. Now, so you see at the bottom it says boosted for $5. Okay, and the number of the 12 people reached, that number will increase as this post runs its ad campaign. Okay, so that's one of the very simple advertising is promoted posts. We'll talk about the other things in the next video. Okay. Now, I do want to talk about sharing your iPersonalized store again. Okay, let's go through copying that link and putting it in a post. Okay. So so let's start from the beginning. Where do you find your e-store on your timeline? Now that they've moved those tabs, it's going to be down on the left-hand side or just underneath your cover image.
Yeah, they're right here.
Yep.
Now, Cindy, I've noticed that there is a place sometimes they show up, just the words show up right here. And
yes,
you see how this timeline is? Can this be adjusted? Why is that like that on Facebook? I mean, it doesn't look right, actually.
Why?
It's got that blue on it. Well, it's got that blue line under it. It looks like it's trying to show something, and it's not getting it on.
It's telling you we're on the timeline page.
Yeah.
When you go to the
that's all it's saying.
Yeah, when you go to the About page, it'll be under the About page. Okay.
Oh, you're right. You're so smart. Okay.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at the two locations. I'm going to explain to you how to add it to the top. Okay, on the left, you have a cute little image. That's where those tab images are now, and the words to the right. So you have both, the name of the tab and a tab image. Okay? If you click on the tab, don't click on it yet, Vic, but if you click on the tab, it will open up that page, your e-store page. Okay, so it's on the left, or it's at the top. So scroll back up to the top. This is very important, so take notes. Do you see where Vic has his cursor? It says timeline, about, photos, likes, and more. Click on the more button. Okay, you notice they have a whole bunch of tabs. Okay, at the very bottom, do you see where it says Manage tab? Click on Manage tab. Okay, your list will probably not be that long. If you notice at the top, it says Drag to Reorder, and right below that it says About. Okay?
Yeah.
See the About page? When he puts the cursor up there, you don't see the plus sign. But when he moves it just below that to Photos, the plus sign shows up. from the photos all the way down, on the right, you see kind of a little gray line. All of those tabs with the gray line can be moved around. The only one that cannot be moved is the About page. Okay? So you can move your shopping cart just above your photos. So they can be right there at the top of your timeline. Once you're finished, you scroll down to the bottom and click Save. Now, ta-da!
Woohoo!
You now...
Cindy, you are so smart. Gosh, thank you.
We now have your tab at the top. So it's located just above your cover image. You can actually design your cover image with an arrow pointing to that, saying click on the Condi iPersonalized Demo Store, or click on the, whatever your tab is named. You can actually have an arrow pointing to it, click on. Or you can say, scroll down on the left, look for this image. You have the ability to make some choices there, which is nice. See on the left-hand side, the images, now they've changed. The order of those little apps has changed. Okay?
Cindy, you think that they're going to let you move these up on the left-hand side so that they don't... I know
they are at the highest point on your profile. Your likes are at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, people, that's at the top, and the About can't move. Your app is at the highest point because the other two can't be moved. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. You never know.
Will you tell Facebook we don't like that as much as we used to? So
believe me, I have sent messages. I'm like, app developers don't have the best options here. So you need to, and they say, of course, they always respond back. That's why we have this special advertising created for that. I'm like,
So we've got 17 now organic people that have found our post.
That's great. That's great.
Picked up 5 in the last few minutes.
Okay, so we want to just cover 2 more things real quick before we go into questions and answers. The next one is mobile options, Facebook on the go. If you are out and about with your phone and you have a camera on it, you can actually take an image and upload it to your page immediately. You can now do that through the iPhone Facebook app. I'm not sure if it's available on the Android, but I do know that you can do this through email. Let's say you're not that tech savvy, but you understand how to use email. If you can use email, you can upload an image, you can send out a post, you can share a testimonial from maybe a client, somebody that has received one of your products, maybe a bride who received a whole bunch of your products for her wedding party and just raved about you. You can actually upload those things through email now, which is really nice. How you can find your specific email for your Facebook page, there's a button at the top that says Settings. You notice at the top, the Settings, click on Settings. On the left-hand side, you will see a variety of things that you can go into, but the one we want to look for is mobile. When you click on mobile, there's going to be an email address that pops up that's specific for your business page. The one that you see there is specific for Vic's page. Ta-da! Wow. This is a secret Cindy, that's not really talked about very much.
You're so good. You're so good.
You can actually put this email address in your contacts. So title it Facebook, business page, contact, whatever, in your phone, in your email, on your computer. And then you can actually send. One thing to remember, don't put texting. Oh, you are going to send it? Okay. What you put in the subject line is the text that will show up as your post. Okay? If you have an image, you have to attach it.
Okay, I'll attach it. So if I have an image, we'll attach it.
Okay. Your image you have to drop into your email address. Okay?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your text has to be in the subject line, not in the body of the email. Has to be in the subject line. And then you drop your image into the body of the email. Or if you're on your phone, you'll pull up an image, say you want to send it by email. You'll click the button to send by email. You'll find your contact, which would be your Facebook email. Type in your subject. Okay? So then click on page at the top. It'll take you back. It'll take a minute to upload.
Facebook doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I get this occasionally. It didn't
Yeah.
work the way you said. And I go, well, you got to give it a minute.
You know, you are that. But we'll give it a minute.
Work.
But it'll show up. It'll show up on your page. And so you can be out at an event and post something immediate. You could be getting a testimonial from somebody and upload it. You could be on vacation and get a great idea and post it. You know, the possibilities are endless. You don't have to be sitting in front of a computer or sitting in front of your Facebook page to do it, which is nice. Okay? All right. Number 10, I'm just going to touch on, is making sure that you're creating a strategy for your business. You don't go into trying to advertise your store without planning ahead. If you blindly go out there and just start posting and sharing and uploading things, you're not going to do very well. You're not going to have success. The way to be successful is to plan ahead. At least plan a month, if not 2 months in advance. What products you might want to promote, what specific target you want to target. If it's wedding season, if you want to target weddings, great. If you want to target your local PTA, great. You know, really, really take some time to strategize and plan your posts.
Cindy, can I diverge on just?
Sure.
Let me diverge on that point real quick. Is that you know, a lot of us are you know, in towns where the schools, and I've done a lot of work with schools, and so if we wanted to post in our town, I would select the town, and then I would select the high school and maybe some of the other schools in town. Plan that out and identify who those would be, and then post a picture along with the link to the store of a product that we had produced, maybe for someone, an order we had taken for someone in that school, and that would be one thing you could do. We could also make a post that says that you know that a percentage of the sales go back to the school, depending on what the agreement is with the school. You could say, we'd love to have a store, set up a store for one of the schools if they want it, or one of the organizations, that it's easy to do, and they can use it for fundraisers. So there's a lot of things you can say there to keep going after local targets for what we have to offer. So,
you bet. I don't know if you're familiar with competitive cheer. I'll use this as a great example. My daughter was in competitive cheer for a year, and those families spend a ton of money on photographs and products that have their gym name on it. We had to buy T-shirts that all matched, and we had to build these signs that had blowhorns and, you know, boas, and just, you know, you name it, we had it. And one of the things that you could do is team up with them and say, hey, you're always looking to fundraise so that you can bring your cheer group all these great activities. They don't have to spend as much money on their entrance fees for all these tournaments and competitions they go to. So here's an opportunity. If you allow me to send out these posts, not only through your page, but also through, you know, our targeting that we do on Facebook, I would like to give you back a certain percentage of that. And if they use the photographs that they've purchased from all these photographers, you know, all they have to do is say Express Cheer. This is a coupon code Express Cheer. And you can say at the end of every quarter or at the end of every month, however you want to do it, we'll actually give back a certain percentage. You could put a certain time limit on it, so it makes it a little bit more important for them to send out on their Facebook page. Say for the next 30 days, any sales that we get from your Express Cheer group, we would like to send you 20% of the proceeds so that you can use it towards anything you want. You know,
Cindy, to be clear on, since you brought up the coupon idea, I'll get asked, how do you set up coupons? In the new system, version 5.0, you'll be able to set up all the coupons you want. Right now, we can set up still all the coupons you want. You just need to email me and let me know exactly what you want the coupon to be and whether you want it to be a percentage off, 10, 20, 30, whatever you want, percent off, or a dollar amount. We can still get you any kind of coupon you would like. So just email me and tell me what you want it to be, and we'll install it the same day. So
which is great. It's a great opportunity for you to either use coupons or just have them note that that the percentage is going back to their team. Because I promise you, like I said, the competition cheer, these mommies were spending money like it was water. And it all had to have their kids' photos on it, doing all these special things. Like, I think they called it the scorpion. They had this cool little scorpion dance that they do. I mean, the possibilities.
I love moms like that.
Oh, yeah. I bought a ton. My daughter was I only tell you from experience. These are some of the things, moms spend a ton of money. But a lot of these things and strategies that we're going to talk about, especially if you want to join, we're going to be launching the monthly marketing videos and webinars and teleconferences coming out. If you really want to get in touch and find new ideas, who to target, how to target it, sample ads, we're going to actually put them together with the idea of coming up with specific targets that we will talk about online. It's going to be a virtual webinar, but it's going to be a brainstorming session amongst all of us. So it's not just us talking to you, but we'll be able to really strategize one-on-one. Watch for those because we'll come up with great ideas for you to utilize in the future.
Yeah, and I have learned just in talking to everyone the last few months, what people were of course already using Facebook, and many were just very successful doing a post with a picture. But some of the things that we can add here with Cindy, obviously those of you that have been listening to this one and also seeing the first one that Cindy made, there are little tricks here that can greatly help you. I learn something every time. We are, however, let me put a caveat to that. No matter how easy we think this may be if we watch these videos and listen to all this, it still may come down to a time crunch for many of us, and we understand that as well. Cindy is going to keep working on this. We'll keep listening to you, finding out what products work and so forth. And then as we learn, we're going to put together a plan that if you wanted to, you can reach out to Cindy, and this is kind of her deal. She's our guru. She's my guru too. And reach out to her and say, okay, I don't have time to do this every day, but how can you do this for me? And she's going to be very, very reasonable with her services. And the more people, obviously, she gets into that, then she can spread the cost out over if it's a very similar campaign. But it can be something that a service that we'll want to offer to everyone as a possibility, something you can do with Cindy. And I think it will greatly help us. I think Condi, for instance, is very interested in helping us as well, and we can get some resources there eventually after we prove ourselves a little bit more. So, Cindy, this is great. This was a great demonstration you put on today.
Thank you. I hope everybody took a lot of great notes, but if you have specific questions that maybe you don't want to ask today or go over, feel free to either email Vic and he'll forward it to me, or you can post it on the iPersonalize Facebook page. I'll watch for posts, see if there's something I need to answer or help you be a little bit more clear on. If you need steps, maybe you forgot how to do something, let me know. I'll post the steps up there. I don't mind helping you. Your store is going to be successful. And I would say it's going to take a little bit of time. Nothing is free. Like they say, you can't get something for nothing. I learned that a long time ago. But
well, the great thing about software in general and about these kind of stores is that there's a little bit of a learning curve going into it. Fortunately, we have Cindy available to help us. But once you get past that, and it really is not that hard, everything is really logical once you kind of dig into it. But once you get past that, then it'll be much easier. And once you've done it a few times, it'll just roll, and it'll be something that'll just help you really build your business, because consistency is going to be what it's going to take. A little consistent, a little educated, consistent effort will make it happen. And nothing happens unless you put a little effort into it. So
that's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
Much as I didn't understand that when I was younger.
Really long time today. I know we've taken a really long time today, and I do apologize. I just wanted to make sure I went over all of this for the business page all at once for you.
Do we want to let them ask a few questions, Cindy?
Sure.
Do you have time? Okay.
Yes, if somebody needs to leave, I understand. We've kind of gone over, but if you want to leave, if you want to stay and ask questions, feel free.
Okay, I'm going to shut the recording off, Cindy, at this point, and I thank everyone. But please feel free to stay on the line, and Cindy will be all yours, and she is the brains of the operation. So thank you again for your time. I'll turn off the recording, and we'll do this again in a couple weeks. Thank you.